Hey guys, as you know from my other video, I've got COVID, or I'm just getting over COVID. And as I did, my tank kind of fell into disaster. Unfortunately, my green severum, she wound up getting fin rot, and all I had on me at the time was some old oxytetracycline, which is okay against fin rot because I'm not sure if all bacteria that cause fin rot is gram-negative bacteria or just most of them. But it should have done really well. But she's alive. I'm happy for that. It got really bad. She hadn't eaten, in a good 2.5 weeks. Just stayed right there. Fins just rotting off everywhere. And of course now I've thrown in the activated carbon, and I was just lucky enough and felt good enough today to make an emergency water change. So things have looked pretty good. Now I've unfortunately a couple times, because I'm sure uh, the medicine killed a lot of my beneficial bacteria, and then there were a couple times that they unfortunately too much food fell out of the can, and I was just unable to do anything about it. So but luckily through all this, my discus have fared really, really well, and the one that's normally the healthiest and the toughest, she didn't do so hot. So I don't know if there was an injury that maybe got that started. Maybe she either tussled with one of those, or maybe she bumped into something. I don't know. But today, fortunately, she got a couple scraps of food. Now, that's really good for me. I'm happy with that. And maybe she's going to pull through my other tank here. This one I'm really upset about, but this was just a frag tank, and I'd moved some anemones from my display tank and put them in here. And of course they've split. I had two that were just gigantic anemones, and they've split, and that one's in two, and then this one, you can hardly see it, is in three. And I'm really hoping to get a video soon of these two, because they are so good about feeding the anemones when I feed them. And I've got look like some bubble algae down there, just algae taking over the tank. And of course when it rains, it pours. The pump got unplugged somehow and stayed unplugged for a full day. And when I got back, I noticed it was 69 degrees. So I'm sure the worst is yet to come on this tank. I really fear ick. I hope it doesn't show up in here. Everything's running normal. Everything lived through it. But that's something I've got to watch. But I hate this tank. It's really hard to clean because of its position, and it started off as a discus breeding tank. I kind of made this as an all-in-one. Did it all myself, and when I ran it after I got the discus out, they had some successes and some failures, and they had stayed in there just so long, I decided to move them to my 90-gallon and let them stay in here and swim in a big tank for a while. And I had a 40-gallon breeder all-in-one coming in the mail, and so I decided to take that and turn it into get my rocks and sand going, and start my saltwater tank. And after I got all the rocks and sand out of it, I left this here, and I thought, well, why not just make a frag tank out of it? And wasn't one that needed much maintenance. I had some coralline, and I wasn't unhappy about that, but just within the last 3 weeks, everything's just gone crazy. I've just made an emergency water change, so hopefully there's all my Astorinias. And a lot of people don't like them. I've had really good luck with them. They haven't bothered anything but the algae. And of course I don't have a million of them either, though. So I hate this tank. You can hardly see through it. I wanted to do a video while I was sick, but as you know, the oxytetracycline yellows up the water so bad that you just can't see anything, and so that's why I waited till it cleared up. It had been 10 days, and looks like the advancing of the fin rot has stopped. Her body looks better. It doesn't have that slimy yellow coating on it, so I think we're over it. And the fact that she ate today is really good. And she was normally aggressive whenever you fed her. You put any food in the tank, she was on it. But now she's just stuck up there in the corner, which I really hate for her. But hopefully we'll get better. All you can do is try. Because when I had COVID, there was no way I could go get anything. I just wasn't able to, and then, I couldn't get out. I was in quarantine, and so I just used what I had. It was slow to act. I caught it pretty early, but it still tore through her pretty good, even with the oxytetracycline, which is a pretty strong antibiotic, but it was kind of old, so it may not have had, the strength that it once did. But, that's where I'm at, guys. I'll let you know. Hopefully she'll get better. I can get all the algae cleaned up out of this tank once I'm up and going. And, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. And like and subscribe if you like it. If not, then dislike it and let me know what's wrong. All right. Appreciate it, guys.